So hello, my name is Mark and I'm here with Peter, and we are very excited to go on this journey with you, this journey of employee experience, the journey of shifting the way we think about employee experience. And we have a very exciting couple of modules planned that I think will be very transformational. But before we jump in and before we get into, the specifics, I think, we both felt that it was very important that we take a moment to build some trust and credibility and some connection with you as a participant. So, that's what we want to do in this first module, is to just take a step back and empathize with what it's like to be an employee in today's world, in today's organizational context, and show as best as we can that we understand that we can also feel sort of the pain, that is translating into this very low level of experience, employee experience score. So the Gartner report that has inspired us to create this course revealed that only 13% of employees today are having a positive experience of their work. So, this is really the area that we've chosen to work on, and the invitation that we have for you to join us on this journey.
Yeah, that's good, Mark. And this training course will create a space not often found in your organization or in many other organizations, a space for you to step back and look at your experience, employee experience, from a deeper level, from the level of, we say being, but we will talk about that later on. But the most important thing is that we're creating a space for you that you don't often find in your own office environment, that allows you to work through and internalize and express what is usually unexpressible at work. And we believe that that really will open up a well of understanding, and also hopefully that you would take more control, if you like, take more initiative to shift your employee experience, because that is within you to do so. And we will talk about that during the course.
I guess the key for me feels like really being able to show that we understand the pain that people are in, that we can articulate the pain better than they can articulate themselves. Because that's often the case when you're so deep into something, you can feel, you can experience the discomfort that you're in, but you can't explain it very well. And I think the benefit of being on the outside like we are is we can really look at what's happening, observe what's happening, and give sort of language to that, which then makes people feel understood. And building that relationship, I think, is the critical thing. And building the trust and building that sense of, yeah, these guys understand me. They know what I'm going through better than what I know myself. That feeling, I think, is very powerful, right? Because when you're in the middle of something,
yeah,
most of the time, all you can recognize is the emotions, right? I'm unfulfilled. I'm unsatisfied. I'm uninspired. Those are the emotions that you have, but you don't necessarily know why, or, what is it that is contributing to that type of experience. And I think we can put some language to that. We can put some structure to that, so that the individual goes, okay, that's really fascinating. I understand better why it is that I'm experiencing what I am. And so one hypothesis could be that more and more people are starting to feel the need, maybe it's unconsciously, but feel the readiness and the need to move from tier 1 type of development into tier 2, so that there is this yearning to access more of the transformational aspects of growth, and
Yes.
and that the system that they're in is not equipped to support them in that development. It's almost like it's trying to keep, the current system is trying to keep people within that tier 1 area of development, because it's what is known, it's what is easy to control. It's the comfort zone, right, for learning and development, this tier 1. But people are knocking on the door, that threshold door. They want to go beyond, and they're not given the tools to go there yet. I think that captures the sentiment quite well. Like, I'm fed up. I'm fed up being the victim of everything that's going on around me. And underneath that is the yearning to take back a sense of control of your own life and your own circumstances. And that's where the inner work comes into play. That's where the vertical development comes into play. And whether you're a teacher, a manager, a young leader in an organization, a frontline worker in a hospital, it is the recognition that your environment is not going to change. It's probably only going to get crazier and more stressful. But your ability to respond to that can change. And I think that's what I really feel that's what we're offering here, that's the key.
You see, the personal challenge for everyone, workers, everyone, is the unconscious living and working. Everything is on autopilot. I wake up this time, go to school, I get dressed, and the moment I step out of my shower, dressing room, whatever their morning routine is, I belong to another person. I go to work, I don't belong to myself. Who do I belong to? To our children, to our students, to our boss, to the organization. What's left of me? And that is the crisis that is happening in the majority of workers today. Whatever role you are in. I have no time for me. Who's me? I have time for others. I have to do it because that's my responsibility or that's my role and so on. But that's all somehow it's got to be flipped. And say, hang on. How do I love myself more? For example, to come back to the language of love. Or being. How am I being? I'm doing. How am I being? What is the spark that you and I, Mark, help them to spark that curiosity and that attraction to say, where's myself? Where's my real self? Where's my personhood? I've just become a worker. Where's my humanness?
I love this, Peter, because I think we're really getting to the crux of it here. If we would talk about what is the human experience like at work, it would open up a whole new area of understanding, right? Because employee experience, it takes us down the road of extrinsic rewards, whether it be salary, pay, benefits, flexible working hours, whether it be, the types of tea and coffees that are offered, how comfortable your chair is, all of these things, right? The extrinsic aspects, they're very much targeted to employees and employee experience. I think when you start talking about human experience, you're going to look beyond those kinds of solutions. You're going to start looking at what makes a person tick, what makes them come alive, what makes them feel truly themselves and inspired. And it's going to open up a whole new area of growth and development just by changing that expression, right? Employee experience has taken us so far, and we've sort of reached the ceiling of how far we can go. And changing that to human experience, it opens up a whole new area. And I think that's what the yearning is, right? See me as a human being, see me as who I am. Don't see me as an employee, right? I'm more than an employee. I am a human being. And that's how I want to be treated. And that's how I want to be. That's how I want to grow in my work, in my life, in general. And I feel like from an organizational point of view, that's where the breakthrough is going to come.